After 35, your body stops burning belly fat the way it used to, and it's not because your metabolism slowed down. Your cells literally switch which fuel source they prefer, and if you keep eating like you did in your 20s, your body will never touch that stubborn fat around your midsection. Let me explain why everything you've tried hasn't worked. Here's what's actually happening inside your body. When you're younger, your cells are flexible. They easily switch between burning sugar and burning fat for energy. But after 35, your cells become what's called metabolically inflexible. They get stuck preferring sugar as fuel, which means even when you cut calories, your body burns through glucose and muscle tissue before it ever touches your fat stores. Your insulin sensitivity drops, so even small amounts of carbs spike your blood sugar and trigger fat storage instead of fat burning. This is why you can eat the same deficit that worked at 25 and see nothing happen at 40. Most people try to fix this by eating less and moving more. They drop their calories to 1,200 or 1,500 a day, add more cardio, and wonder why the scale won't budge or why they lose weight everywhere except their belly. The problem is, you're still feeding your body in a way that keeps it dependent on sugar. Your cells never get the signal to switch to fat-burning mode. You're essentially trying to drain a pool while the faucet's still running. What actually works is forcing metabolic flexibility back into your system. You need to create conditions where your body has no choice but to burn fat. And then you need to train your cells to get good at it again. This isn't about willpower or eating less. It's about when you eat, what you eat, and how you structure your day to flip that metabolic switch. When your cells remember how to burn fat efficiently, belly fat comes off without the constant hunger and energy crashes you've been dealing with. Here's exactly how to apply this. The method is called metabolic switching, and it works by extending the time between your last meal at night and your first meal the next day, combined with strategic nutrient timing that keeps your cells in fat-burning mode. First, you're going to compress your eating into an 8 to 10 hour window each day. If you finish dinner at 7 p.m., you don't eat again until 11 a.m. or 1 p.m. the next day. During that fasting window, your insulin drops completely, your glycogen stores deplete, and your body is forced to start pulling energy from fat. This is the switch. The key is consistency. Your cells need repeated exposure to this state to regain flexibility. You should feel hunger in the morning, but it shouldn't be unbearable. If you're shaky or dizzy, you've pushed too far too fast. Next, when you break your fast, start with protein and fat, not carbs. A meal with eggs, avocado and vegetables, or Greek yogurt with nuts. This keeps insulin low and extends fat burning for another few hours even after you've eaten. The goal here is to avoid spiking blood sugar first thing, which would immediately shut down fat metabolism and put you back in sugar burning mode. Throughout your eating window, prioritize protein at every meal. Aim for 30 to 40 grams per meal. Protein is metabolically expensive to digest, meaning your body burns calories just processing it, and it preserves muscle mass while you lose fat. After 35, you lose muscle faster than before, and muscle is what keeps your metabolism high. Save your carbohydrates for later in the day, ideally around your workout or in the evening. When your glycogen is depleted from fasting and activity, your body shuttles those carbs into muscle instead of fat cells. For movement, do two things. Fasted walking or light cardio in the morning amplifies fat burning because your insulin is already low and your body is primed to use fat. Just 20 to 30 minutes. Then 2 or 3 times per week, do resistance training. Heavy compound movements like squats, deadlifts, presses. This builds muscle, which increases insulin sensitivity and makes your cells better at handling carbs without storing them as fat. Here's a practical example of what a day looks like. You finish dinner at 7 p.m. Grilled chicken, roasted vegetables, a small portion of rice or potatoes. You go to bed, wake up at 6 a.m., drink black coffee or water, maybe go for a 30-minute walk. At noon, break your fast with scrambled eggs, spinach, and half an avocado. At 4 p.m., have a protein-heavy snack like Greek yogurt or a protein shake. At 6:30 p.m., eat dinner with protein, vegetables, and your carbs for the day. Repeat this pattern daily. What not to do? Don't drink calories during your fasting window. No juice, no cream in your coffee, no, just a small snack. It breaks the metabolic state, Don't cut calories so low you feel miserable. Eat to satisfaction within your window. And don't do hours of cardio while fasting. That tanks your energy and burns muscle, not fat. Apply this method 6 days a week. 1 day a week, eat normally across the whole day to keep your metabolism from adapting downward. You're looking at 2 meals and maybe a snack within your 8 to 10 hour window. Each meal should have 30 to 40 grams of protein, healthy fats, and vegetables. Add carbs based on your activity. If you train that day, include a palm-sized portion of rice, potatoes, or oats. Over the first 2 weeks, your body is adapting. You might feel hungry or low energy as your cells relearn fat burning. By week 3 or 4, you'll notice you're not hungry in the mornings anymore. Your energy is stable, and the belly fat starts shrinking. This is your metabolism becoming flexible again. Keep doing resistance training 2 to 3 times per week. As you lose fat and build muscle, your insulin sensitivity improves, which means your body handles food better and stores less fat. The flexibility you're building now makes it easier to maintain results long term. You're not on a diet, you're retraining how your cells use energy. For most people, you'll see noticeable changes in 4 to 6 weeks. Real transformation, losing that stubborn belly fat, takes 2 to 3 months of consistency. Once your metabolism is flexible again, you can relax the fasting window occasionally without immediately regaining fat. Your body remembers how to burn fat efficiently, and it becomes your default instead of something you have to force. Here's a quick summary of everything we covered. The method is metabolic switching through time-restricted eating. Fast for 14 to 16 hours, eat within 8 to 10 hours. Break your fast with protein and fat, save carbs for later. Hit 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. Do fasted walking in the morning and resistance training 2 to 3 times per week. Stay consistent 6 days a week. Expect real results in 2 to 3 months. Avoid breaking your fast with carbs, don't drink calories during fasting, and don't skip resistance training. Screenshot this and start tomorrow.